$28 million almost.
But I was able to call her bank to make sure that the bank staff were aware that she was being scammed. Unbelievably, some people, even though I speak to them directly and say, look, you're being scammed, they will trust the scammer more than me. I called up one victim.
I don't know what you told my bank.
I'd noticed a file on a scammer's computer which was a wire transfer to Thailand.
It was an international transfer that I needed to make. Whatever it was is of no concern of yours.
She told me, look, this is none of your business.
Scammers have found a new way to try and get your personal information.
You are a prime target for the latest Amazon scam.
Probably about a year ago, the victim was in Canada. The scammers were pretending to be Amazon.
Dear customer, we have detected a suspicious activity on your Amazon account.
It just so happened that the day before they tried that scam on me, and I happened to be able to reverse that scam, so I had access to that PC, so I could see and hear what was going on that. The scammer made it look as if they zeroed his bank account, and unfortunately the victim believed them, and what they told him to do was go and buy a gift card.
Mostly, I know that they were storing my money in my bank. Everything else, so I have to do something to get the money back. So you just speak to husband? Yeah, we're going to do the refund process. So well,
I knew what his mobile phone number was, but of course he was on the call with the scammer, so I couldn't get through to him. But thankfully, at just the right moment, the cell phone coverage cut out.
hello?
Hello, Joe. Please stop. Do not buy gift cards. You're about to be scammed.
Oh, I know that, but I already took my money out of my
No,
bank.
he hasn't. He edited your screen when your computer was black. Please stop. I don't know how much you bought, but just stop right now.
$2,000.
If I hadn't made that phone call, he would definitely have lost all of that money.
Hi ma'am, a very good day to you. This is Olivia Roger and I'm calling from the Security Department of Commonwealth Bank.
I can only do this for a little while because scammers, as you can imagine, get a bit suspicious. So I only really have a very limited opportunity to help. Sometimes I only get access for maybe 1 or 2 hours. Sometimes it can be days or weeks. And over that time, I try to find out exactly who the people are that are doing the scams, where they are, and if I can get any more information about other victims. I try to pick that up and I pass it on to the right authority. frustrating than watching them scam victim after victim day after day.
Thank you for getting connected to the cancellation department of Norton. My name is Nick. How may I help you?
I deliver say exactly. Aware of that. I can't see other computers without them having scammed me first of all. You just need to know how the scam works, and when he's hung up the phone with me, I can still listen in to calls.
Hey, why are you crying, man? You're a very good man. Why are you crying?
Suffer from depression.
No, sir. Everything will be okay. Don't worry, okay?
Yes.
Now, promise me you won't cry again, okay?
I only ever get a snapshot of what's going on. If I can see one particular computer, I can see just what's happening on that computer. But if I happen to hit a computer which is owned by maybe like a boss, you can see much more interesting stuff going on.
This is Julia calling you from Microsoft.
The scam call centers are amazingly well organized. I've even seen ones which have performance evaluations. There's almost a language that goes around it. They never use the word scams. They use processes, and the people that they steal money from, they're not victims, they're customers. Sadly, about 95% of them tend to be from India. It's almost a safe haven for these scammers. The very biggest scam call centers that employ hundreds, the people at the top there will literally make millions of dollars per year. You've got to park your conscience at the door, but for a lot of people, sadly, that's okay. The kind of typical profile of a scammer is someone usually who's fairly young, typically fresh out of college. They deliberately target people who are looking for jobs and a way of making quick money. The people who work in scam call centers earn the equivalent of a year's salary in just a day or two. I'm monitoring an organization at the moment where the scammers are literally sleeping on the floor of the scam call center. They will typically target people in the USA. So they sleep during the Indian daytime. Nothing ceases to amaze me these days. Hello?
We are calling you to make you aware about your computer problem, okay?
Okay. There was one scam call center in Kolkata in India which happened to have CCTV, and because I could see their dialing system, I could also listen in to each of the calls. So obviously the scammers give fake names, but I was able to piece together just by listening to calls what the fake name was, what the real name was, and I also engineered things so that even though they were making outbound calls, I could dial them directly and speak to them. So they thought they were speaking to victims, but in fact they were always speaking to me.
Hi sir, my name is Carolina Fernandez. I am calling you from the Microsoft.
Oh, hi Priya. Hi.
Who are you?
I'm a ghost.
Tell me my name. You know very well. I know that.
Oh, I know your name. I know everybody's name.
Yes. You tell me. You already tell my name.
I know, you're Priya. I'm a ghost, you see.
Who is beside me right now?
Which side?
In my left-hand side.
I think that's Mimi. I had a bit of fun with that. It's not often you get an opportunity to see scammers on their own CCTV and at the same time actually do a little trick.
Thank you for calling technical department. You're talking to Sam. How can I help you?
Anyone can be scammed. I even fell for a scam myself last year, where somebody from Google told me that I had duplicate IDs, and I do happen to have 2 IDs. I went as far as actually being convinced to delete my own channel, and it took a while to recover that. So although I didn't fully lose the channel, it was annoying to me, as you can imagine, that somebody actually managed to scam me. Anyone can be scammed, the circumstances just has to be right. If you're just not on your A game, if you're feeling a little bit off, if something has just convinced you, either by coincidence or anything else, that the person on the phone may be legitimate, then anyone can fall for a scam.
Are you getting shy?
Me?
Oh my
Yes,
god.
I'm a shy boy or something like that.
He's a shy boy.
I'm gonna do something like that.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do something there. And the reason I'm gonna do it, two reasons.
That's why you can't look at me when you answer me.
But Toxic Talk. Brand new episode, brand new guest. Today we have a lovely lady in the house. You know what I say, when I beg for more women to come on the show, and up the Nick in the house.
Hi.
The Nick that show you
What up, Toxic Talk?
when you defend the woman them, you know. Cause the woman them say, oh, why you have beat them bad. And that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
So now, for you, one for